Hello, I'm Brett with WIPDeveloper.com. Last time, we talked about using ID as a property in our Lightning Web Component, and how it was causing an error when the Lightning debug mode was enabled. Asking on Twitter, we did get a response from Kevin V, who works at Salesforce and is one of the architects behind Lightning Web Components, and it seems that all of the HTML element properties are automatically hooked up to Lightning elements, or the Lightning element in LWC. So if you look at, this is on the MDN docs or Mozilla docs, you can look at all the property names that we probably should be avoiding. So that's this list over here. And I was playing around with it, and I was able, and I'm not saying you should do this, some of these will actually work somewhat. Like, if you use content editable and try to bind to it, it won't throw an error, but it doesn't actually pass the value to the template. Inner text does pass the value to the template, but it's probably best to avoid anything that is declared as a property on the HTML element. Side note, since ID isn't actually listed over here, it should be right before inner text. It's actually declared on the element. So not only should you avoid all of these, which probably makes sense, you should avoid all the properties declared in the base element. And those are listed also on the MDN website. So if you were to list them all on your site, or in your JavaScript, it'd be a pretty big list. So almost 115 properties to avoid. Now if I uncomment one of these, like, I don't know, access key, and deploy it, we will see, refreshing the page, that I do get that error. So best to avoid any of the properties defined on HTMLElement and the element when working with Lightning Web Components. They might be working in a rule for linting to prevent you from being able to save it. So I will include a list below so that if you are having a problem with this, you might stumble upon this and understand why. That's all for now. Remember to sign up for the weekly stand-up, and you can get updated with any new information we have on WIPDeveloper.com.